This is how you're going to crush the I want to think about it objection. My name is Mike Antiles. I've been a high-ticket closer for the past 2.5 years. Over the course of the past 2.5 years, I've closed over $5 million in sales, and this is exactly how I've done it. In this YouTube channel, I show you exactly how to do what I've done so you can start making consistently $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month in commissions. All right, so this is the objection that destroys most closers. It's incredibly frustrating to get it, and that's why knowing how to handle it simultaneously will reduce a lot of anxiety and help you make more money. All right, so there's a few different versions of I want to think about it, and this is just a few of them. I mean, there's really hundreds of different versions of it. So you have I want to think about it, I need 24 hours, let me sleep on it, I need to get my ducks in a row, I just need to mull it over, just need to look everything over, and I need a few hours. All right, these are all pretty much I want to think about it. We're going to attack each of them with a little bit of a different nuance. All right, so prospect says, I want to think about it, no problem, just to see if I can help. What were the main things that you really wanted to go over, right? What are we doing right here? We're turning I want to think about it instead of something super vague, actually turn it into a real objection, right? We don't want to just say, what do you want to think about, right? That's what every salesperson says, and they're just going to say, no, I just want to think about it. It's not going to get you anywhere. Prospect says, I need 24 hours, or let me sleep on it. We say, no problem. And just for clarity, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, like this is the worst thing ever. I never want to talk to this guy ever again. 10 being, I love it. Like, where would you say you're at? All right? Then they will tell you, 6. Okay, gotcha. And what would you say the gap is between where you are right now to being like a 9 or a 10? All right? Then you figure out what the objection is. I need to get my ducks in a row. No problem. When you say get my ducks in a row, what do you mean specifically? Usually, just to cheat right here, ducks in a row usually means a financial-based objection, which is good, right? That's an easy objection to handle. I just need to mull it over. No problem. And just to see if I can help, what were the main things you're really wanting to mull over and think about? Right? They'll tell you their objection. Just need to look everything over. No problem. Just to see if I can help, what were the main things that you're really wanting to look over, right? Just to see what the best things I can send you. Right? Getting them to really open up as to what the real objection actually is. I need a few hours. No problem. And just to see if I can help, is there a specific reason you want to wait a few hours? This one in specific is terrible. This one, closers will fall for all the time. Because this is like, I'm dangling it right in front of your face. I'm going to give you the sale, just give me 2 hours. And if you let these people go, they will for sure ghost you in a few hours. If you schedule another call with them for in 2, 3, 4 hours, they will ghost you almost 100% of the time. All right, so these people, you really want to be super, super hard on them because they will be the most frustrating prospects ever. All right, so no problem. Just to see if I can help, is there a specific reason you're wanting to wait a few hours as to just go ahead and doing it right now? Right? We want to be super direct with these people because a lot of times they're liars. All right? The common theme here is we're not just taking that at surface value and be like, okay, you want to think about it. Let's go ahead and schedule a follow-up call for next week. Right? We want to make sure that they tell us what their objection is. All right? Then once we know what their objection is, we're going to go ahead and handle their objection. All right? We do this through, right, we find out what their objection is. We isolate their objection. We tie down that is really their objection and that there's no other objections. And then we go ahead and handle it. I'm not going to cover exactly how to do that right now. And we will repeat, right, and we repeat this as many times as we need. Right? We will repeat, right, if they say, okay, I still want to think about it, then whatever version of I want to think about it, we handle it, right? We keep on handling it until we have no more objections left. We keep on doing this over and over and over again, right? The most important thing when objection handling is don't get tired, right? And it's exhausting. Don't get tired. The best closers are the ones that are perfectly comfortable handling objections for 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes, sometimes an hour. All right? So don't just get exhausted and then eventually just give up. All right? Then eventually, once they just keep telling you, I want to think about it, and there's no more objections, then what we want to do is we want to boil it down to just nerves. All right? And the way we do that, right, because eventually, if they give us that they don't have enough time objection, if they give us the wife objection, we handle it. If we handle all these objections and they still just want to think about it, they're probably just a little bit nervous about doing it. right? And if you handle all the objections properly and systematically, then you'll eventually get, right, and they still don't close, right? Along the way, they might close, right? Eventually, when they still want to think about it, we're going to say to them, hey, John, can I ask you a question? Yeah, dude, absolutely. I mean, it seems to me like you really do want to do this, but it just, what's holding you back here, is it just a little bit of nerves? Oh, yeah. Gotcha. 99% of the time, they will say that yes to this. It's just a little bit of nerves. They're just nervous about doing it, right? So now once they tell us it's nerves, we want to let them know that is a good feeling to have, right? So we're going to reassure them and let them know that's a good thing. How do we do that? There's a few different ways. John, just to reassure you, brother, you're supposed to be a little bit nervous, right? You're jumping into something that's completely new, right? You've never taken your health seriously, and now you want to lose weight. You should be a little bit nervous. Or you could say, well, dude, just to be completely clear, like if you weren't a little bit nervous about doing this, like I think you were some kind of alien. So dude, you're good, right? So then once we befriend the nerves, then we're going to reframe it with an analogy, right? Pretty much giving them the option to make the nerves either good or bad. All right, I do this in one of two ways. If you have another way that you want to do it, go ahead and do it. These specifically are the two ways that I do it. All right, I have one of them where I say to them, yeah, dude, and I can definitely appreciate the fact that, you're a little bit nervous. Can I offer a point of view, a perspective? And they'll say yes. So do you know who Usain Bolt is? Oh yeah, of course I know who Usain Bolt is. Right? He's the world record holder in the 100 and 200 meter dash. Yeah. So imagine Usain Bolt is he's about to run the 100 meter at the Olympics. He wants to break the world record. Right? And now you go ahead and put a lion right behind him, a hungry lion right behind him. Is there any chance in the world that he doesn't break the world record? Of course he's going to break the world record. It's either break the world record or he's dead, right? Of course he's going to break the world record. Now take that same scenario and put that lion in front of him. Does he have any chance at all? Of course not, right? He's dead. The lion's going to eat him. All right? Now what I want you to do, brother, is take Usain Bolt and replace him with yourself, and take the lion and replace him with the nerves that you're feeling. Do you want to put those nerves in front of you or behind you? They will say every time, I want to put it behind me. Why do you want to put it behind you? Right? And then they're going to say, because if I let it be in front of me, I'm just going to get consumed and nothing's going to change. Yeah. And what happens if you do let the lion, the fear, be in front of you and let it consume you? They'll tell you what happens if they let it be in front of them. And then you tell them, okay, well, dude, so what do you feel you have to do to really put that lion behind you? I have to go ahead and move forward. And they will close themselves right there. That's the one that I really, really like. But if you're speaking to like some kind of super, super, super sophisticated buyer, number one, you probably shouldn't have gotten to this point. But number two, you're not going to tell them a story about a lion and Usain Bolt, right? They're going to laugh at you. All right? So another one that you can use is you can tell them, I can definitely appreciate that you're a little bit nervous, brother. Can I offer a perspective? Yes. Well, dude, as far as it comes to nerves, you can really label those nerves however you want. Right? What I mean is this, right? Nerves you can either let that turn into fear or excitement. Right? Why? Right? Fear and excitement, they're both sweaty palms, sweaty feet, pit in your stomach, right? It's different for everyone else. But if you let it turn into fear, you let it turn into paralysis by analysis. You let it turn into, right, I wait another 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 years, and 2 years you're in the same exact place. But on the other hand, if you take those nerves, and it's the same exact feeling, brother, I can assure you, and turn it to excitement, all of a sudden, it's rocket fuel moving forward. You take that same exact feeling that could have paralyzed you, but you use it as an incredible motivator to be successful with this. Now, the beautiful thing, you get to choose what you can do. So you tell me, brother, do you want to be the guy that chooses to let those nerves paralyze him, or chooses to let those nerves be the rocket fuel that pushes him to see success with this? Which guy do you want to be? And almost every time they will tell you, if you did it properly, I want to be the guy that uses rocket fuel moving forward. Right? And then you say to them, well, why? Well, what happens if you let the nerves be fear? So what do you feel that you have to do to overcome, to get the results that you want to get? Let's do it. They will close themselves right there. All right? Now, something important, when we're going for the close, right? Which guy do you want to be? The guy that puts the line in front of him or behind him? Which guy do you want to be? The guy that puts that lets the nerves turn into fear or excitement? The reason we do it that way is because we're selling to their identity, right? When you tell someone, which person do you want to be, it is much, much more powerful than saying, which one do you think is better for you to do, right? Because a lot of times people will be comfortable not doing the best thing for them. But if you say, which person do you want to be, that's going to be much, much more powerful. All right, so we tied them down, then we close them. If you still don't close them here, what you're going to do is you're going to collect a refundable deposit. If you want, you can go for it again right now. You can say to them, John, can I be completely honest with you? And then just be completely brutal with them. Tell them, John, you had these incredible goals, and now you're just letting a little bit of fear, a little bit of hesitation be the grave site of your goals. What is this? You can be brutally honest with them. Be smart about it. If you have that rapport, go ahead and really just destroy them, right? In the right way. Ask them for permission. John, can I be honest with you for a second without you getting upset with me? Yes. And then just rip into them. All right? If you still don't close them, then we're going to go ahead and collect a refundable deposit. All right? I will collect a refundable deposit and schedule a follow-up call. Never schedule a follow-up call without a refundable deposit, because if they're not willing to put down even $100, I prefer that you take at least $300 to $1,000 a refundable deposit. But if they're not willing to put down even $100 of a refundable deposit, they will probably no-show your follow-up call, and it's going to be a complete waste of your time. You're going to book out a half hour of your schedule when you could have been making money, and instead just be waiting for someone to not show up. All right, so never schedule a follow-up call with someone that's not willing to put down a $100 refundable deposit. All right? This is how you do it. This is how you handle the I want to think about it objection. It's long. The most important thing to remember is do not give up. Do not give up, right? Unless you've really, you feel like you're being counterproductive, do not give up, right? The most successful closers are the ones that are perfectly comfortable handling objections for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, right? So really, don't give up. And it shouldn't happen too often that you have to handle all these objections, but every so often it does happen. And when it happens, you have to be prepared, and you don't want to have anxiety about it. All right, so I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked this video, I left a link in the description of this video. If you want to go ahead and work with me one-on-one, I don't sell a course. I only work with people one-on-one to help them take them from where they are right now to doubling, tripling their income as high-ticket closers or as business owners. All right? If you don't want to go ahead and book a call, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.